Yeah, I hope that you hearing me. This is the future, all about cybersecurity. Talking about the hackers, I'm just trying to warn you. From the one and only legend, the cyber informer. Hey, yeah, this is the cyber reformer. This is the cyber reformer. Let's go.
It's time for the Cybersecurity Business Connect and Protect Central Coast how-to video. I am Michael Tremblett at cyber_informer on Twitter, and today we'll be stepping through the federal government's scam message quiz. In celebration of Cybersecurity Awareness Month, we want to make sure you're aware of all the threats to your business. In this video, we look at various messages and how to determine if they're a scam or legitimate. Let's go. Before watching this video, go and take the scam message quiz. You can find the quiz at https://loyalit.com.au/SQ. The SQ is for scam quiz. This will take you to the government scam quiz website. Also, it would be useful to watch the latest Q&A video, What is Social Engineering?, as we'll touch on some of the topics in this video. Pause the video now, take the quiz, then come back and watch the walkthrough. Have you taken it? Okay, let's go. This is the Australian Cybersecurity Centre website. If we scroll down, you'll see the button that says Take the Quiz. Click on the button and it will take you to our first question. Question 1. Is this email real or a scam? Which is called phishing, as we learnt about in the social engineering video. This email has the Australian government logo on it, which doesn't mean anything because that logo is easy to find as an image on the internet. So a scammer could potentially be using it. So looking at the email, we can see our reference number, we can see a date, but then we also see this subsidy benefit allocation is a weird font. It stands out, so it's a red flag straight away. Let's have a look at the second line. We are writing to bring to your knowledge the allocation of your subsidy benefit. That doesn't sound right to me. Bring to your knowledge should be bring to your attention, I would have thought. Another red flag. Kindly affirm your eligibility by simply replying to this secure message appropriately as listed below. And we have a link that we can click on. As we've learnt, email is never secure. And we have some bold, message appropriately as listed below. The bold looks out of place, so we'll put that down as another red flag. What about the wording, please indicate correctly? Again, doesn't really sound like someone who has English as their first language has written this. Then we have given name, family name, date of birth, tax file number, complete address. I don't think I've ever seen a form say complete address before. Usually it would be separated out with street number, name, suburb, state, postcode, not just in one block like it is, so that's another red flag. Right at the bottom, attached to your reply, a clear copy of your valid Australian driver licence or Australian International Passport, and a clear copy of your valid Medicare card. The government is not going to ask you for any of that information, certainly not via email. This looks like a phishing attempt to steal your identity, so we're going to select Scam. Of course it's a scam. We're writing to bring to your knowledge the allocation of your subsidy benefit. The email isn't personalised because scammers send this to thousands of email addresses. In other words, they're phishing for a response. All of the information the scammer has asked for is personally identifiable information, enough information to be able to steal your identity. When your identity has been stolen, they can open up bank accounts or apply for loans in your name. Don't send any of this information under any circumstances via email. Government agencies will never ask you to reply and provide your details by email or text message because, as we've learnt, email and text message are both insecure mediums. Inconsistencies in language, messaging, and even fonts are a red flag. Keep an eye out for these things because if it looks unprofessional, it is probably a scam. And this is another example of inconsistencies in language which should raise a red flag. Let's close and move on to the next. Let's have a look at this from the top down. We can see the email address at the top is @goodtogive.ngo. Assuming .ngo is a valid top-level domain, this is looking okay. And it also matches the logo that's on the email. We can see the branding in other places on the email as well. The email's going to a janedoe@gmail.com. We can see that that matches the salutation, which is personalised, so it's looking very legitimate so far. This email is a password reset request. Assuming you went to the website to request a password reset, there's no reason to think that this is anything else other than a legitimate email. We have a reset password link in this email. To once again confirm we're dealing with a real email, hover over the link and we'll see that the link actually goes to goodtogive.ngo. This again confirms this is a legitimate email. I'll be very happy to say that this one is real. The sender address matches the contents of the email. Yep, we picked up on that one. Again, the branding matches the sending email address, so that's a good sign. Another good sign is that the email's personalized and matches the addressee. It's a good sign that the URL in the link matches the sender, but that's not foolproof because that website may have actually been hacked. Because this is a password reset, we want to ask ourselves, did we go to the website and request this email? If we did, all clear. If we didn't, we just delete it. On to the next. What would you do if you received this email? We have to choose between click and enter my details or delete. This email is from Coles Customer Service. We can see the email address customerservice@coles.com. Coles.com.au is the Australian domain name for Coles. This doesn't seem right. We can also see in the email address it's customersservice@coles.com. Doesn't sound right. Usually it would be customer service, singular. Moving on, we can see the subject is Coles gift card. We can see the Coles logo. This is your chance to win a Coles gift card. We're giving away 25 cards worth $50 each. Entry into the draw closes in 10 days. Don't miss out. Notice there's no space after the full stop. This should raise a red flag because a professional company won't send out a poorly punctuated email. This is a classic trick to get you to click on a link without thinking. Create some urgency. Don't miss out. It's the perfect way to catch you off guard for you to accidentally click on that link. But we're smarter than that. Let's hover over the link to see where it's going to take us. And look at that. bigart.com.tr. That's not coles.com or coles.com.au. This message is a scam and we should delete it. Good work. This is a scam phishing message. We picked up on the email address which has extra letters or subtle spelling mistakes. It tries to create a sense of urgency to make readers act without thinking. The link isn't for the Coles official website. That was the dead giveaway. Let's move on to the next. Below are examples of text messages you might receive to your phone. Select which one of these SMS notifications is a scam, SMS A or SMS B. Both of them purport to come from MyGov. That's really easy to spoof, so I would take that with a grain of salt. Anyone can look like they're sending from somebody else if you have the right software. So we can't discount either at the moment. So let's have a look at SMS A. You've received a new message regarding COVID-19 guidelines, symptoms, and where to get tested in your geographical area. Visit https://coronavirus-guidelines.online. Strange that the government would be sending you to a website that is not a .gov.au website, which is a government-run domain. Let's have a look at SMS B. Coronavirus Oz.gov message. To stop the spread, stay 1.5 metres from others. Follow rules on social gatherings. Wash hands. Stay home if sick. Then there's a link to oz.gov.au. SMS B is giving you general information with a well-known oz.gov.au website. Whereas SMS A is telling you have a new message and go to this coronavirus-guidelines.online website where you would be having to enter in your details so you can receive this new message. That doesn't sound right to me. Which SMS is a scam? We're going to choose SMS A. Good work, SMS A is a scam phishing message. The SMS appears to come from MyGov with a malicious link to find testing in your local area. Caution, these scam messages may appear in the same conversation threads as previous official SMS messages that you have received from MyGov. This is a good point because if it's coming from MyGov, it may appear in the same group of messages that you've received official MyGov text messages from, so you need to be extra wary of that. The links in these text messages are not legitimate and if clicked on, may install malicious software designed to steal your banking details. The hyperlink doesn't appear to be from a government.gov.au address, which is a red flag. Government agencies and companies will never SMS, email, or call you to enter information on a web page that isn't part of their public website. And they will never ask you to confirm your username, password, PIN, or other personal details by replying or clicking on a link in a text message or email. That's an important message. You should never click on a link within SMS or email. You should always go to the website manually and seek that information out yourself. Don't click on a link because it could be there to trick you. For example, if you receive an email from your bank, don't click on the link. Go to your banking website, log in, and see whether you can get the information from there. Never ever click on links in email or text messages. Yay, we got 4 out of 4 correct. Well done. These are the best practices when receiving unsolicited messages. Think before you click on a link. The link itself could contain malicious or nasty software. If you can, hover over the link to see the actual web address it will take you to. Never provide your details via a link in a message. To visit a website, such as your bank, it's safest to manually type in the web address into your web browser or use official apps. Contact the person or business to check if they sent the message. Make sure you use the contact details you find through a legitimate source and not the contact details in the suspicious message. Rules of thumb: do not click on links within emails. For example, if you receive a bill from your electricity company, log on to the website manually. Don't click on the link. Don't rely on your antivirus to catch any malware or viruses. New variants come out frequently and may not be caught. Never email sensitive information. Think of email and text messages like a postcard. Anyone can see the content of it between you and the receiver. Look at the key information like the sender's email address and keep an eye open for grammatical and spelling errors. Always keep your guard up. If something doesn't feel right, delete. Thank you for joining me for a look at the federal government scam message quiz. How many did you get right? More importantly, how many did you get wrong? Remember, when it comes to defeating social engineering, knowing is half the battle. Don't forget you can contact me via email, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Also, check out the podcast. Visit loyalit.com.au/podcast. Until next time, stay safe online.
Oh yeah, this is the cyber informer. Hackers, you going down like, oh yeah, this is the cyber informer. Hackers, you going down, yeah.